What's up, Justin?
Peanut, what's up?
Nothing much, just chilling.
Just chilling, enjoying
Yeah.
your time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's get started. So, I'm Justin Posey with the USA BMX Foundation, Mongoose Bicycles. We have a special guest today here, Peanut, Payton Ridenour. How many times have you won the NAG title?
7.
That's okay, I guess 7 times.
How many times have you won the NAG title?
Uh, I think overall, like NBL and ABA, I think I've won 11 times. No, nine. Sorry, 9 times.
Oh, okay.
But you're about to go pro, so you might not be able to pass me then, right?
Yeah.
You got like one more shot?
If I do any nationals.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean, speaking of which, honestly, like, what have you been up to lately?
Well, I've definitely been keeping pretty busy. I'm definitely not bored while I'm at home, surprisingly. But I have a gym in my garage that I use like half the week, and I have a road to do sprints on next to my house,
Yep.
and I have a track in my backyard that it's a lot of work, but I ride that a lot too. So,
Yeah, no, it looks like the track is really cool. When did that start, and how much work do you have to put into maintaining a track?
I started like 3, 4 years ago with my dad, and we got like there has to be like over 35 loads of dirt back
Wow.
there just that we got dropped off, and we started off getting machine to move all the dirt around and stuff, but we change it up every single year.
Yeah.
And no, but it's a lot of work. Luckily, the weather cooperated early this year, and we were able to get it running early. Usually, we can't get it till like June, July, but with all this extra time, we were able to shape it up and get it running pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I know a lot of people right now are, they're dying to ride their bikes and they want to get out and get active. And, you're lucky enough to have a track, but, some people aren't as lucky. That's really cool. But what would you suggest for somebody at home that might not have a track? I know you mentioned the gym and the sprints, but what would you recommend that they do? I mean, I know I saw your card workout and that inspired me and my wife to do a card workout. So maybe explain that or explain some other things you can do to stay active.
Yeah, well, I think there's always something that new to learn or something new that you can do. So even if you can't like build something in your backyard, I know a lot of people have been building stuff, which is really cool to see.
Yep.
But even if you can just go outside and just practice like bunny hop over something or practicing your manuals, even
Yep.
something as simple as that can just like keep you entertained forever because you can always keep progressing on something.
Yeah.
So, no, but um, that card workout, do you want me to explain it real quick?
Yeah. Explain it for the viewers. I mean, for those that didn't see it.
All right, so Passing Time with Peyton, episode 2. If you haven't seen the first episode, definitely recommend watching it.
Yep.
But so you take a deck of cards, and every suit is a different exercise that you pick. And I would pick one for arms, one for legs, one agility wise, and one for core.
Yep.
And whatever the number is on the cards, that's how many reps of the exercise that you do. And jacks, queens, kings are tens, and aces are 11.
Yeah, my wife and I did it for the first time a few weeks back, and I think at first we did aces are one, and then we were like, yeah, we need to toughen it out and go to 11, and then we regretted it very quickly. But
Yeah.
no, I mean it was fun. My wife is a runner, so like on I think the hearts, if it was Jack Queen King, she went for like a run around the block as well. So she just added in extra stuff just because she's crazy like that. But no, but it's good ways to keep in shape. I know I've been riding mountain bikes, which brings me to another point. So riding for Mongoose, you have your BMX race bike, but then you also have a few other bikes. Tell us about those other bikes, and then I'm going to ask you which one is your favorite.
Well, I have the Mongoose, the Fireball,
Yep.
and I like that one. It's definitely a fun bike to ride around on. And well, race bike is obviously going to be my favorite. I ride that one the most. And but I recently got in the Legion 100, the trail bike,
Yep.
and I took my parts from my old bike and swapped it onto that one. So all
Yep.
the sizing was right and everything, and I love it. I've been
Yep.
riding it out on my track a lot, and it feels really nice. But so yeah, that one's definitely my favorite.
All right. I like it. I like it. Well, obviously, with the USA BMX Foundation, for those of you that are not aware, it's the nonprofit side of USA BMX, which focuses on educational programming. So STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We've been doing we've done multiple contests over the last few months, last few years. But right now we have a program going on, which is our track modeling. So usually it's for fourth graders in school where they design a BMX track on a piece of plywood with dirt, all these cool things. Check it out on the USA BMX Foundation Facebook because it's live right now. But my question is to you, Payton, when you were in school, how cool would it be to design a track like this program, and what would you have on your track? Like, as you have a track in your backyard, does that help you, or do you think that would have helped you in school notice what you should put on your track and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so because we change stuff like every year or sometimes even twice a year. So you get a good idea of like what jumps work well where and just like kind of what you like. And no, but I think that would have been super cool to have in school to be able to do something like that for sure. Like I
Yeah.
never got the opportunity to do anything like that, but I always know like if when I was younger and I went to the beach during the summertime, like I would always make dirt tracks or sand tracks or
Yep.
whatever. So no, that was always super fun.
Yeah, no, I was always doing that. I think the only problem I would have if I had to go back and do it in school again was that I would probably be a little too mean to my group because I'd be like, no, you can't have a double here. You need to have a table or a triple, and start doing that, getting a little
Yeah,
too involved. But
I feel like I would be the same way.
yeah, no, I agree. I just saw a message come in here, I think from Dwayne, asking if adults can do the track building contest. Yeah, do it. Let's see what you got. I mean, we're asking kids to do it without their help, but I mean, I want to see some adult tracks. It's open for everybody. Go ahead, Dwayne. Let's see what you got. Um, it's cool to see everybody's track designs and how people are creative. I know Mason Hayes, our fellow mongoose rider, he's working on his track. I'm sure that one's going to be great. I'm calling him out right now because we we better see a great track, Mason. I know you're not going to let me down. um, let's keep on the school side, on the foundation side. As a student athlete, how's online school been treating you? What's your favorite subject and what's tough?
Online school's been pretty good. I only take 3 classes as a senior, and I took 2 online courses outside of school for to get all my credits in, and I already completed all those. But I take anatomy, English, and statistics, and I think math is definitely the hardest to learn, just because I definitely learn better in the classroom for math,
Okay.
just so I can like see all the examples and everything, and just like reading something is really tough for me to learn.
Yeah.
But yeah, English is definitely the easiest because I feel like you don't really need to be like in a classroom to learn everything because you do everything on your own anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I mean, I'm going to go ahead and plug a little bit of the foundation side of things. I mean, I personally, I am a visual learner as well. So like if somebody is showing me something, whether it's on the track, whether it's in the classroom, like you just said, I know I'm a visual learner. And that's why the track modeling contest, for example, is so much fun because you're actually building it. We take all the kids out to the BMX track and they get to experience it, which is great. They get to ride the track, some of them, most of them, for the first time ever. But on top of that, they're also seeing like, oh, this is what a double actually looks like. This is what a step up actually looks like. This is how tall a turn actually should be. So they're actually getting the visual learning side of things, not just reading it in a book or looking it up on YouTube. So I'm right there with you. Um, what do you miss most about BMX racing right now?
Well, definitely everything, but um, I think traveling I miss the most because BMX, it's cool how you get to go to a bunch of different places. Like compared to other sports, like they don't get to travel as much. But no, I definitely miss being like super busy, going everywhere every other weekend and seeing all my international friends and all that good stuff. So
Speaking of friends, I know Lee from Mongoose wants to know what's up with the T poses or whatever those are. Let's hear it. What's that about?
So my friend Molly Simpson, she's from Canada. One day she sent me like this pic of her like T-posing, and I was like, "What is that?" She's like, "It's a T-pose," and I was like, "Huh, that's like kind of interesting."
Yeah.
So then it like kind of caught on, and we did like this thing T-pose Tuesday, and every day we would like send. I would like post a picture of like everyone like T-posing that like sent me in pictures on like my story.
Uh-huh.
And then it just started to kind of catch on. And at Grands, we got all the junior women in on it. And what's cool about that is like I feel like a lot of people that race each other usually like don't talk to each other that are the same age, but we're all like really close and we talk to each other and we're all good friends.
Yeah.
So we did that at the Grands and it like kind of took off from there and yeah, just like kind of like a fun thing.
Yeah, we got Carly jumping in now talking about the T-pose. So
Yeah, Carly's part of the gang.
yeah, no, that's cool. I really respect that. I know on the elite men side of things, it's kind of the same. I mean, there's a lot of us that are good friends, but at the same time, when it's time to come racing, nobody's your friend out there, and everybody understands that. And so, you can cut somebody off to win, and at the end of the weekend, we're all gonna go to dinner and have fun and still talk as friends. And that's the most important part. There's that camaraderie, but you're still out there being an athlete and going as hard as you can. So I've got one here from Mike Duvarney, which is, the executive director of the foundation. He says, Payton, you kill it on social media. You're very genuine and authentic. His daughter, Madison, is 14. She doesn't race, but is a big fan. Can you give her a shout out really quick?
Hey, Madison.
So let's see. You post on TikTok and Instagram. You're being young and fun, and they're not trashy or anything. Do you have any advice on how to manage your social or to stay relevant and just have fun and be light?
Well, really, I'm just me. So I don't like stage anything. Like, I don't know, like if you watched my first passing time with Peyton episode, but when I didn't make it over the toilet paper, or like if I didn't shuffle the cards correctly, like that just the stuff that happens to me for some reason. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just me and I just try to have fun with it. And yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. I think there's something to be off, being authentic, being true to who you are. I know personally that's why when I was approached to maybe bring some riders on, I was like, Peyton seems like the perfect rider on and off the track. That's what I looked for. I didn't look for just somebody who could win all the time, but somebody that's fun, lighthearted, and has a good time and is a good representation of the brand. So, and of course, again, you're great on social media, but you're great inside the classroom because as the foundation and myself, it's important to have that education. So let's see. We got a few more questions here. Looking back at your career, what are a few highlights so far?
Well, the best highlight is definitely winning Pump Track World One at Switzerland last year. And that was also the coolest place I've ever been. That was the most fun I've ever had. And what was cool about Switzerland is I just like, well, one, I went to the qualifier in Leavenworth, Washington, and I didn't really like expect to like I didn't practice or anything, and then I ended up winning the qualifier. And next thing you know, I like had a free ticket to the Worlds, and
Yeah.
I go to the Worlds, and like I didn't expect anything. I just was stoked to be there, and to win the whole thing was just crazy.
Yep.
So that was definitely the biggest highlight, and to win like um, the first one ever too,
Yeah.
just really special.
That was
Um,
that was pretty good.
yeah, another highlight would be winning number one amateur girl in 2018 at Grands,
Yep.
because that was like my last year before I was going to turn junior, and I wasn't really planning on doing any more nationals the next year. So I like wanted like I've been so close so many times, so to finally get it was just awesome.
Yeah, for sure. No, that was a cool race to watch. The national title is obviously very coveted, and yeah, that's a really cool one.
Yeah,
That one slipped away from me, but it's
yeah.
okay. It's all good.
And another
Um,
one, wait, I
okay.
have one more. Another one, like besides winning, would be my first World Cup rock last year in Rock Hill. Just
Yep.
making the semi, that was one of the most fun races of my life.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's cool to see you mixing it up at such a young age. And I mean, you're getting so much exposure and so much, you're just learning so much so young. And that's what's cool about the World Cups. And I know even for myself, when I went, I actually was in elite as an amateur because you could do that back in the day. Actually, I think you can still do that now. That's kind of what you're doing with UCI. So, but getting that experience, there's nothing like it. You know, you could be in fifth place, but you're going faster than you've ever gone before because the pros are so fast. And
Yeah.
honestly, like some people just you know, they just don't understand how fast you can really get going until you're pushing yourself to the limit. And that's what those things do. So, or that's what that class does. Let's see, who was your favorite rider growing up?
I like a lot of people. Like I love to watch everybody ride, and I also like a lot of people just for who they are too.
Yep.
But I like everyone on Team USA, like Elise, Brooke, and Felicia. When we went to Australia, they were all super nice to me. We all had a great time. So that was definitely one to remember.
Yep.
And I like Mariana a lot. And I like Caroline. I like Laura. And as for guys, I love watching Corbin ride. And I really like watching Sylvain ride too.
I
I went
love it.
on Berm Academy with him in 2017, and it was super fun.
Yeah, no, that he's got a lot of personality. He's another person that I've raced against, but I have a lot of respect for because he is very same thing. Like I was talking, he's just authentic and he just likes to ride and just loves to be out on his bike. And there's something that can be said because again, the more you ride your bike, the better you're going to be in general. It's not always just training every single day. I mean, obviously training's important, but riding your bike, having fun and you know, just trying new stuff is important.
Right.
That's going to lead me into my next question, which is, you know, what's one piece of advice you would give to younger riders or a beginner rider? I know we have a few in the chat now, but something that I always, you know, love to ask different riders their opinions.
I would say advice I would give is to just have fun because a lot of people seem to think that they need to train like 6 days a week and they need to do like all this stuff to be fast. But in reality, if you just like ride your bike and have fun, that's the best training that you can do, I think.
Yeah.
And even though I train and I do a lot, I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
So I think that you shouldn't train just to train. You should train because you love it and you want to be better. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would say, yeah, best advice is to just have fun with it.
Yeah. You always gotta have fun no matter what you're doing, how you're training. I think as you get older, if you forget why you started BMX, then you know it always can change your mindset or change things up. Um, we talked about having fun, but what's your favorite part about BMX?
I would say,
I know you mentioned the travel earlier, but
yeah, I would definitely say like traveling and meeting people from all over the world again. And also, I love like going to different tracks to ride and experiencing like just like the different like atmosphere that every single place has to offer.
yeah, yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, and when I go and talk to schools and um, younger students, I talk about, you know, BMX has taken me all around the world. I know Donnie Robinson, he talks about how far two wheels takes him. Uh, the, our BMX bikes, just from having fun and racing, you know, you've gone to Switzerland, a lot of other countries. I know I've gone to, you know, France, Germany, Brazil, like all these places I could have never imagined. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's just been so fun to be a part of and something that you never thought would happen, but here you are going all across the world to ride your little kid bike.
Yeah.
So, what's it like been riding for Mongoose? How's it been?
It's been awesome. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten to ride a lot this year, but when I did see most of the team in Sarasota and saw the rest of the team in Houston, I had a great time with the crew and the atmosphere is just really good. Everyone's really fun and like supportive of each other, and that's the best thing that you can have during race age, just everyone being positive and everyone is supporting each other and just having a good time.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's been a blessing. The guys have been nothing but amazing, and you know, very thankful to have them on our side. And we're very thankful to have you as well, obviously. Um, let's see. I've got a few more questions here. I know we got quite a few people in the chat too. I've seen a few coming in. This one was on the Mongoose social page. We kind of talked about what you're doing to stay in shape with your sprints, your gym, things like that. So the end of the question was, so when they finally do hold a race, are you going to be ready?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because yeah, I'm ready now. I'm ready whenever. So if there's a race tomorrow, I'll be ready.
All right. Well, that's good to know. Um, let's see. What is your second passion after biking?
Well, really, like my whole life revolves around bikes. So if I'm not like riding BMX, I'm riding mountain bike. If I'm not riding mountain bike, I'm riding trails. If I'm not riding trails, I'm riding pump track. So,
Yeah.
but during quarantine, I've definitely tried to learn some new things. I've been jump roping a lot, and I like it a lot.
Okay.
And I've been juggling, and
What do you juggle? Just circular balls, like
yeah,
the tennis balls and stuff?
yeah. I don't juggle anything
No
like
pins yet?
no. My mom keeps telling me that I should get pins and try, but yeah, right now it's just like regular three balls, that's it.
Yeah, I like that. I can do it for like 10, maybe 5 seconds. I was gonna say 10 seconds.
Yeah,
I can't go that long. I can go a few times.
yeah, but I'm trying to get like creative a little bit.
All right.
Not too creative because first time I tried to be creative, I ended up hitting myself in the face with the rake. But
You have to make sure people on here go back and watch that. Which episode was that of Payton? Was it,
that was like
or was it just
before the first episode.
okay?
Yeah.
I saw that and just started just dying laughing. So if you haven't watched it, go to Peyton's page after this and go find her video where she hits herself in the face with a rake. So that's all I got to say about it. It's pretty funny.
The thing is, first I did like a test run and I got it like first try, and I was like, all right, like I can do this. And then I was like, all right, mom, like take a video. And I just put too much sauce on the third one, and yeah, big red mark.
Oh man. All right. We got a few more I'm gonna run through. Kevin, he asked, who's the cooler mascot? Maurice, Mongoose, or Peanut WD-40? And who came up with Peanut graphic on your helmet?
Definitely the peanut one on WD-40. But so a few years ago, I sketched like this peanut guy,
Okay.
and we actually got shirts made. I called them like hot bacon shirts. I have one here.
Oh, sweet.
So that's like what I sketched up originally. And then
Wait, you
last
sketched that
year,
up?
yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. And then last year we had like a designer try to make it more like me, and we did like a braid and a little hat, and we got these shirts made.
Nice.
So this is the drawing that's on the back of my helmet, and it was my idea to put it on the back of the helmet and kind of have the guy like spraying can of WD-40 on it to like make the rest of the design on the helmet. But Airtrix, who painted it, did such an amazing job with it, and yeah, I love my helmet so much. It pops too, so it looks great.
Well, I mean, after BMX, it looks like your next career is going to be designer work for sure.
I don't know.
The peanut, it's awesome. It looks good. All right, so we've got somebody. So they really want the T pose. I think they just came into the chat. We've been talking about the T pose all day. Can you hit the T pose for your friends and for
Oh, of
everybody else?
course.
Okay,
Wait, I need to get the whole angle in. There we go.
perfect. Don't knock your world champ jersey over there.
Yeah, that wouldn't
That
be
wouldn't be
good.
good. That would not be good. All right, I'm gonna scroll back through some of these. Mark Hayes wants to know if you have any cool socks.
Of course I do. Yeah, I
What?
have
Yeah, can you
about
explain that?
yeah, so I have like 50 pairs of cool socks, and I'm sponsored by Socksmith, and they give me all the cool socks that I wear, and I've worn crazy socks ever since I started racing. And it's just been like a thing that I do. So I've been doing that for years now, and every time I ride, I'll have some kind of funky socks on.
I love it.
Yeah, just keeping it fun.
So, and is that like a good luck thing or just pure fun?
No, just a fun thing.
I
I
like
don't
it.
know. I don't like it when people wear boring socks or just like socks that are too short.
Well,
But
I've got to
yeah,
call out Cam Wood right now, who's our fellow Mongoose rider. He thinks it's okay to wear white socks when he's wearing like black pants. So I don't know. But I did talk to him yesterday. He said he was going to send in this question, but he didn't. But Cam and I both want to know, mostly Cam, in Sarasota, why you wore orange pants with the black jersey.
I don't know. Like it still matched, but I don't know. I didn't want a complete like stealth look, but I wanted a little bit of orange in there. I don't know really what I was thinking because I think the next day I wore the same exact pair of pants anyways.
You
So
wore the all orange the next day. Yeah.
yeah,
No, it's okay. We were just messing. It's fun because again, it's like we all friends and can joke around and have fun, and that's what it's all about, right?
right.
Yeah. Um, man. Okay. I think your friends are having their own chat in here right now, so doesn't surprise me. But other than that, I mean, I think we've gone over a lot of the questions. We've, spent some time talking about what you're doing right now to stay busy and riding for Mongoose. Do you got anything else you want to add or question? I know Ryan just put in a question, tail whip or manual?
Manual because I can't do a tail whip, but if I'm watching tail whip,
Well, I know that you can hit some pretty sweet dirt jumps, and you ride a bike better than probably I do. So um,
no, that is
I'm
not true.
I'm sure you could hit some tail whips, no problem. All right, last question I'm going to take right here. This is from our friend Pop Tart. What would you recommend for strength training for younger girls?
Something I like to do is like cardio and agility stuff. Like I said, I've been like jump roping a lot. I love doing box jumps,
Yep.
um, like push-ups, burpees, pull-ups, anything like explosive, like squat jumps. I
Okay.
like doing all that stuff because it keeps me fit and strong at the same time.
I like it. I like it. All right. Well, I mean, we've been on here for about 30 minutes. We've had quite a few questions come in. I'm going to go ahead and say if you haven't checked it out, make sure that you guys go to the USA BMX Foundation Facebook page so that you can look up the track modeling contest. Again, we're encouraging students right now during quarantine. Get out there, build yourself a little track. All the rules are on the Facebook page. We want to see your designs. I know Peanut has brought her design to life in her backyard. So if you haven't seen her backyard, look her Instagram up. You can see her riding in her backyard, which is pretty freaking awesome. But other than that, thanks for your time, Payton. I really, really appreciate it. Um, on the foundation side, we appreciate you being a good student, being a good, a role model for all the people, especially your friends that are still commenting your T-pose. But yeah, thanks for being a part of Mongoose USA BMX Foundation. Anything else you got for us?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. Good to chat with you. Next week, we're going to be going live. If I can get Mr. Cam Wood in here, we're going to ask him some questions, go over some things. But if you guys enjoyed this, let us know, comment, and let us know your questions for next week. Thanks, Peanut.
Yeah, no problem. See ya.
All right, see you guys.